Have you ever hung up the phone with family and felt that tight knot in your chest, the one that says, they love me, but that went too far? Maybe it was a surprise visit when you were resting. Maybe it was a quick favor that ate your whole afternoon. Maybe it was the gentle push that didn't feel gentle at all, about your money, your time, your health. After 60, your peace is precious, and your time is not a community resource. The good news is you don't have to start a fight to protect it. You just need clear words you can lean on, said kindly and consistently, so everyone knows where the line is and how to respect it. Today we're talking about 7 boundary scripts for more peace and more respect, and we'll start with the ones you can use as soon as the doorbell rings, the money question pops up, or the can you watch the kids text appears. Let's begin with the moment that steals your calm fastest, unannounced drop-ins. You might love your family dearly and still not be available on demand. Your home is your sanctuary, not a waiting room. When the knock comes at a bad time, try this exact line, I'm resting now and I'm not hosting today. Let's set a time that works for both of us. If they press, we're already here, it'll be quick, use the broken record method with a warm tone, I'm not hosting today. I'll text you 2 good times. You're not defending, debating, or apologizing, you're simply stating the policy. If they step inside anyway, you move to your exit line, I'm heading back to my plans now. I'll message times later. Then you actually end the visit, walk them to the door, smile, and follow through with 2 options by text. If you prefer a friendlier preemptive approach, send a weekly message that says, this week I'm free Tuesday 2 to 4 and Saturday morning. Please text before you come by. The key is that you decide when you're available, you say it plainly, and you repeat it calmly. Most people learn quickly when the message is consistent and the door doesn't open to chaos. Money questions can be even trickier because love and guilt like to travel together. Maybe someone says, can you help just this once, and just once has happened 3 times. Boundaries here protect relationships from resentment. A simple, steady script works, I'm not lending or gifting money right now. I can help you think through options. If they try to negotiate, it's urgent, I'll pay you back Friday, stay with your boundary and your offer, I'm not lending money. I can sit with you while you call the utility company or look at a payment plan. That one sentence keeps you generous without becoming the bank. If your family knows you as the fixer, you can set a broader policy, I keep my finances private, and I don't do loans within the family. It sounds formal, but it actually lowers tension because no one has to guess. If you do choose to help occasionally, decide in advance what help looks like and say it out loud, I don't do cash. I can send 1 bag of groceries or cover a prescription this month. Then stop there. You're generous within a boundary, and you're not training anyone to make their emergency your plan. Sometimes the pressure isn't money at all, it's time, especially around childcare and errands. You might love your grandkids and still need your afternoon nap, your walking group, your quiet. Remember, love without limits will empty your tank, love with limits lets you give for years. When the text arrives, can you watch the kids this afternoon? Use a friendly template, I'm available Thursdays 1 to 4. Today doesn't work. If you do want to help but need conditions, say them up front, I can take them 10 to 12 if pickup is on time. If they push, it's just 1 more hour, return to your anchor, I can't extend today. Thursday 1 to 4 is my window. You're not cold, you're clear. To keep this from becoming a weekly scramble, set a standing schedule you actually enjoy and protect it like a doctor's appointment. And if you're in a season of helping a lot, create your own recovery rule. For every care day, schedule a no plans day. Write it on the calendar before anyone else does. When these scripts meet real life, feelings will show up, yours and theirs. You might feel guilty the first few times you say no. Guilt is just the alarm your old habit said when you start doing something new. It doesn't mean you're wrong. Let it ring, breathe, and hold your line. If someone reacts with disappointment or irritation, that doesn't mean your boundary is unkind. It means the system is adjusting. You can acknowledge emotion without erasing your limit. I hear you're stressed, and I still won't commit to today, or, I know this is hard to hear. I'm not changing my decision. Keep your voice calm, keep your face soft, and keep the sentence short. Long explanations invite debate. Short sentences invite respect. You might also worry that boundaries will make you look selfish. Think of it this way: every no you give to what drains you is a yes to what lets you show up with warmth and energy. You're saying yes to safer driving because you're not exhausted. Yes to a better mood because you had time to walk and eat. Yes to the visit you actually enjoyed because it's planned and you're ready. People can feel the difference between a tired, resentful yes and a clear, cheerful no. Over time, your family will feel it too. If technology complicates your day, calls, messages, group chats, set time boundaries there as well, and again, say them out loud. I return calls after lunch, or I reply to messages in the evening. Then use your phone's tools to make it true. Set a focus mode during your rest, silence specific threads for a few hours, and keep your ringer on only for the people who truly need emergency access. If someone says, "Why didn't you pick up?" there's a simple, honest answer: I was off my phone. I call back after lunch. The more you state your rhythm, the less you'll feel pulled in 15 directions. Sometimes family crosses the line by accident, sometimes because that's how it's always been, and sometimes because problems have a way of looking for the softest shoulder. You're allowed to gently firm up that shoulder. Your words are your tools, and practice makes them easier to hold. Try saying your script out loud once in the mirror so the words feel familiar in your mouth. I'm not hosting today. I'm not lending money. I can help Thursday 1 to 4. Then imagine the pushback and practice your second line. I'll text 2 times that work. I can help you make a plan. I can't extend today. When the moment comes, your body will remember. You don't have to fix the whole family in one conversation. You're just choosing calm, clear sentences that keep your well-being in the center of your day. As you use them, you'll notice the air in your home get a little lighter, your schedule get a little simpler, and your visits feel more like what you hoped they would be: loving, respectful, and on purpose. Let's keep building from here, so the rest of your relationships line up with the piece you're choosing now. When family steps into your health decisions, it can feel caring and controlling at the same time, and that mix is exhausting. You're the one living in your body, and your voice belongs at the wheel. When someone says, "You have to stop driving," or "You should switch doctors," try a calm, steady line that keeps you in charge without starting a fight. I appreciate your concern. I make my medical decisions, and I'll update you after I speak with my doctor. If they push, repeat the heart of it with the same warm tone: I hear you. I'll decide with my doctor. You're not inviting a debate about every symptom or headline they saw. You're setting the rule that health choices happen in the exam room, not in the living room. If you do want help for a specific piece, you can still keep your center. A ride would be wonderful. I'll meet with the doctor on my own, then we can talk afterward. That way you accept support without handing over the steering wheel. Sometimes the pressure around safety and independence comes wrapped in love and fear. A child might say, "I'm just worried," and then try to manage your day from morning to night. You can honor their love while holding your line. Start with gratitude, then pivot to limits. Thank you for caring about me. I'm keeping my routines, and I'll tell you if I need to change something. If the worry piles on, you're not hearing me. This is serious. Don't take the bait into a panic spiral. Return to your anchor. I'm hearing you. I'm not making that change today. If the conversation keeps circling, pause it kindly. Let's take a break from this topic. I'm going for a walk and I'll call you later. You're modeling calm leadership in your own life, and that's contagious over time. Privacy questions can be the tiny leaks that drain peace all week long. How much is in your savings? Are you dating anyone? What's in your will? Curiosity is human, but your details are yours. Keep a short script ready that closes the door without slamming it. I keep my finances private. My love life is private. I discuss my will with my attorney. If someone leans in with "Why can't you tell me?" I'm family. Remember that boundaries aren't secrets, they're choices. Try a gentle redirection right away. It's private. I'd love to hear about your trip, and shift your eyes, your body, and the subject at the same time. If they circle back 2 or 3 times, bring in your stop sign, asked and answered. Let's talk about something else. If they still push, end the loop without anger, I'm stepping away now. We can pick up another time and actually step away, into the kitchen, onto the porch, or off the phone. Consistency is how people learn where the wall is, and you are allowed to have one. It helps to decide in advance what you'll share and with whom, especially about money and health. Choose your trusted circle, speak to them directly, and let everyone else meet your new default, no updates today. If you do want to share a piece of news more widely, choose the timing yourself. A short group message like, I'm fine, I'll share more when I have it, calms the rumor mill without opening a Q&A. The point isn't to be mysterious. It's to prevent your life from becoming a public meeting where everyone votes on what you should do next. Communication tone is another place where lines get crossed quickly. Maybe the volume climbs, or the sarcasm cuts, or the old family rhythm tries to push you back into a corner you outgrew years ago. You don't have to match heat with heat. Hold your voice low and use a simple, sturdy sentence. I want to keep talking when we can be respectful. I'm taking a break now. If you're on the phone, add the practical instruction, I'm hanging up and will call tomorrow afternoon. Then do it. If you're in the same room, stand, put your hand on your heart for one slow breath, and walk to another space. You aren't punishing anyone, you're protecting the conversation so it can happen in a way that honors both of you. The first time you do this, someone might call it dramatic. It isn't. It's skill. It's also a kindness, because the alternative is a fight that lingers for days. Late-night calls and message storms can undo a peaceful evening, so give yourself time boundaries and say them out loud. I turn my phone off at 9 unless it's an emergency. If someone protests, but I needed to talk, you can acknowledge and still hold the shape, I get that. I'm not available after 9. I'll call you tomorrow. Many phones let you set exceptions for a handful of people who can break through if they call twice in a row. You decide who those people are and you tell them the rule. If it's urgent, call twice. That one sentence lets you sleep, and sleep is not a luxury at any age. It's a pillar that holds up your patience, your balance, and your blood pressure. Conversations about beliefs and values can be another minefield, especially when the family table feels like the internet, loud, fast, and relentless. You are absolutely allowed to keep certain topics off the menu. I don't debate politics or religion. Let's enjoy our time. If someone insists, but you have to admit, don't climb the ladder with them. Place your sentence again, kind and short, I don't debate these. Let's talk about something else. If they keep pressing you into a corner, end the exchange with a warm exit, I love you. I'm going to refill my tea, and move. You can love people and still refuse to be their sparring partner. In fact, that choice often protects relationships that would otherwise fray from constant argument. House rules are a quiet way to protect your energy without speeches. If you host, say what makes your space feel safe and pleasant, and say it before the visit. Shoes off by the door. Phones away at dinner. Quiet hours after 10. If food or alcohol is a trigger for conflict, name your preference plainly, no alcohol at my house, or, I'm keeping meals simple, please don't bring extras. Most people want to be good guests, they just need clear instructions. If someone ignores a house rule, you don't need a court case. Try a friendly reset, phones down at the table here, and hold out a small basket with a smile. The basket does the talking, and you get your peaceful meal back. Underneath all these scripts is your steady decision to treat yourself with the same respect you offer everyone else. That's what a boundary is, self-respect in a sentence. Shorter is stronger. Kinder is clearer. Repeated is remembered. Your tone is the delivery vehicle, so keep it soft and certain, like you're ordering your own life with care. If the first attempts feel clumsy, that's normal. New sentences take a little practice to fit comfortably in your mouth. Try them in the mirror. Say them to a friend. Write one on a sticky note by the phone. Each time you use a boundary once, the next time will feel like a familiar path through your own home. Notice how your days feel when these lines are in place. Maybe the phone rings less late at night. Maybe visits feel shorter and sweeter. Maybe you sleep a little deeper because your evening belongs to you again. Those are the small proofs that your words are working. Keep using them, keep breathing through the pushback, and keep choosing the kind of peace that lets you show up loving and present. Another place lines blur is when advice keeps arriving like rain on a sunny day. You mention your plans and suddenly you're hearing, you should sell the house, you should dye your hair, you should move closer. Advice can be love wearing a loud costume, but you still get to choose your outfit. A simple sentence keeps you centered without bruising the bond. Thanks for the suggestion. I'm happy with my choice. If they press for a debate, but you didn't think about, offer a gentle boundary that ends the loop. I wasn't asking for advice, just sharing an update. Then change the subject to something light. You've honored their intent and protected your peace in the same breath. And if you do want input, invite it on your terms. I'll let you know when I'm looking for ideas. When you own the invitation, you own the exit. Sometimes the pressure arrives sideways, through gossip or triangulation, one person telling you what another said, hoping you'll carry the message or take a side. That's a quick route to tension you didn't order. Keep one clean line ready. I prefer to hear things directly, not through a third person. If they persist, well, don't tell them I told you. Close the door kindly. I'm stepping out of this. Please talk to them directly. If you're asked to pass a message, say, I won't relay that. You can call them. The first few times might feel odd, but you're removing yourself from the middle so your relationships can meet each other honestly. Your heart doesn't need the extra miles of other people's arguments. Time caps are another quiet tool that protects your energy without ceremony. Before a call or a visit, set the frame with a friendly timestamp. I have about 45 minutes today. Say it at the start, not the end, so you're designing the shape of the time together. When your limit approaches, give a warm closing. I'm going to wrap up in 5. I've enjoyed this. If someone ignores the cap, one more thing, and another, stand by your closing. Let's pick this up tomorrow, and end the call. If you're in person, put your body in motion toward the door or the kitchen, because movement helps the boundary land. You'll be surprised how quickly people begin to plan within your available window once you make it consistent. Every now and then, someone will ignore a boundary you've made clear. That's when consequences, not punishments, just outcomes, keep your words from becoming suggestions. Choose small, fair steps that you can actually carry out. If unannounced drop-ins continue, meet at a cafe instead of opening your door. If late-night calls keep waking you, let non-emergency numbers go to voicemail until morning. If a conversation turns sharp and stays there, take a longer pause before the next one. I'll call next week when we're both in a better place. Say the step once, calmly, and follow through. Consistency teaches faster than lectures ever will. You're showing, not scolding, how you expect to be treated. It also helps to have a repair line ready for the moments you stumble, because everybody does. Maybe you snapped when you meant to be steady, or maybe you agreed to something and felt resentful afterward. Repair is strength, not weakness. Try this. I didn't say that the way I wanted. Let me try again. Then place your boundary in the clear, kind sentence you meant to use. Or, I said yes and I should have said no. I'm changing my answer. You're allowed to correct your course mid-conversation or mid-week. The person who respects you will adjust with you. The person who benefits from your confusion might protest. Your steady tone is what keeps you on your feet. Holidays and big family gatherings can test even the most practiced lines, because old rhythms try to pull you back into old roles. Decide your non-negotiables ahead of time and speak them early. If you need a shorter day, say, I'm coming for brunch and leaving by 2. If certain topics always sour the table, name your boundary with warmth. I'm here for connection, not debates. If you're hosting and want a calmer kitchen, try, I've got the cooking. Your gift is bringing good stories and doing the dishes. Clear expectations feel like kindness when the room gets busy, and they keep the day from running you ragged. Digital life has its own set of lines, and a few simple habits go a long way. If family shares your photos or private updates online without asking, make a direct request. Please don't post my pictures or health news without my permission. If necessary, add a consequence that protects you without a fight. I'll send fewer photos if they're shared without asking. For group chats that become constant alarms, mute them for a set number of hours each day and let people know your rhythm. I check messages at noon and 6. Your screen should serve your life, not take it over, and most people respect the boundary once they see you're living by it. Underneath every script is the same quiet truth: you are the expert on your own life. You've learned what gives you energy and what drains it. You've learned which conversations bring you closer and which ones scatter you. Boundaries simply translate that wisdom into plain language. Short sentences. Soft voice. Clear follow-through. You might be surprised by the benefits that ripple out. Visits feel warmer because they happen at good times. Phone calls feel lighter because they stay within respectful lanes. Your sleep deepens because your evenings belong to you again. Even your body can feel the difference: calmer breath, relaxed shoulders, because safety isn't just a door lock, it's the sense that you're living on your own terms. If someone accuses you of changing, they're right. You're changing in the direction of peace, and the people who truly love you will eventually meet you there. Some will even feel relief, because your clarity gives them permission to be clear too. You're modeling a kind of leadership that doesn't need a stage or a fight. It needs a few sentences you trust, repeated with kindness, and a schedule that honors your real life. As you finish this conversation and step back into your day, choose one line that feels natural in your mouth and practice it once out loud. Maybe it's, "I'm not hosting today," or "I keep my finances private," or "I have 45 minutes. Put it on a sticky note by the phone or on the fridge, and let it steady you the next time your mind gets blurred. Then notice what sits. Maybe a quick goodbye, a kind reading, a visit that feels just right and not intense. Those small wins are your proof that boundaries aren't walls, but doors you open and close on purpose. If any of this helps, I'd love to hear which sentence you tried first or how you set a boundary that brought more peace into your life. Share your story in the comments so someone else can borrow your words and use it. If you'd like more practical guidance designed for life after 60, tell life it's a small, and you don't miss what's coming next. Here's the peace of life, the stuff that grows, and a life that feels more and more like yours every single day.